You're welcome to this special episode of Goge Africa.
Special because it's about cake and accessories.
Are you a baker or a cake lover? This episode is for you.
Join us at the Nigerian Cake Fair as we take you through the value chain of caking to consumption.
It's a multi-million-dollar business. Plus, you get to know a little bit about the art of baking.
So stay with us, don't go away. Cake baking has been a part of mankind for decades. However, their existence was basically for subsistence purpose. But today, cake baking not only fills the void created by unemployment, but also fulfills social needs. Cake is present at weddings, birthdays, celebration of milestones and anniversaries. The Nigerian Cake Fair 2018, a one-of-its-kind event organized by Kavos Craft and first of its kind in Lagos. The event drew stakeholders, cake entrepreneurs, cake artists, and cake lovers from far and near.
It's been overwhelming, like coming down here and meeting lots of people with different cake designs. They're all beautiful and I was cake struck.
As you can see, I have here my treasure box. It's looking so real, you understand? There's life in our cake. It's looking so real. Looking at it, you even think it's a real box. Sure you get. So we got the idea from Pirates of Caribbean, the movie Pirates of Caribbean in quotes. So, I don't know, everything in the treasure box is real, as in from start to finish. From the beads, to the coins, to the sand, in fact, to the wood itself, to the box, everything is edible.
A big kudos to Kavos, the entire team of Kavos, who happens to be the organizer of this show. And I want to say you guys are doing awesomely well. You're doing amazing. I wish you the very best, and I'll be hoping that this show is we're gonna have another edition next year, and I'll be here again.
The value chain from baking to consumption was showcased in the display of equipment and ingredients associated with the business of baking in general. The event lasted for 2 days. We caught up with some of the exhibitors and organizers of the event, and they had this to say on the essence of the event.
We've had exhibitions in Abuja for 2 years now. We've had in Anambra State at Oka, we've had at Benin, and this is the first time we're having it in Lagos, and it's so wonderful, it's so wonderful. The drive had been for us to have something like this in Nigeria. When we travel out to the US, to the UK, we'll see this kind of platform, like, we wish it can be here, and now it's come to stay. And that's why we're having the Nigeria Cake Fair.
One thing about this industry is that we have a lot of upcoming bakers. And this is an avenue for them to come and showcase themselves and excel.
We are here at the Nigerian Cake Fair, organized by Kavos Craft, and we are here to showcase our products. Our products are colors and flavors. Pro-gel food color and aura food flavors. It's been amazing. It has been lots of people have been coming to patronize us. They are really interested in our flavors because we sell red velvet, cream cheese flavors, and you know, it's been awesome.
Take a look at these legs. These are the things that we do These are called cake tools, accessories. They are used to beautify cakes. These are the things that makes cake looks beautiful. When you see cake, you say, wow, this cake is so fantastic. These are the things that makes that cake looks beautiful. In this section, we have what we call cake molds of different shapes. And here we have tools. And because of space, we don't come with some of our machines. And these are flyer. These are the tools, the oven, the cake mixers, and so many of them that we have in stock. So PMAC have all these things. And we are located at Akpabo, Lagos Island.
We are the makers of the favorite bright choice liquid glucose. And liquid glucose is used for making fondants, gelatin, and the CMC, and also the sun-ripe dried mixed fruit, and so many other products as well.
My name is Akan Peter. I'm the Executive Director for AMEL International Services. Our major products are icing sugar, AMEL seasoned icing sugar. We have corn flour, we have cocoa powder, we have a revolutionary product. It's called the Pure Cocoa Drink. Amazing health benefits. We also have baking soda, baking powder, and custard. So yeah, that's what we do.
My name is Obi Cherry Mandela, Managing Director Cherry Man Nigeria Limited. We deal on industrial baking equipment. We are located in Alaba International Market.
The cake fair drew exhibitors from Port Harcourt, Lagos, Benin, and environ. We caught up with cake artist Daniel Goge from Spain, who threw light on his artistic inspiration and the essence of baking a life-size cake.
Well, actually, the first career I studied, it was sculpture, and then I studied fine art. I did the last year of my career at London, and then I started getting in contact with cake decorating, that they do it in the UK. And then I started to think, I think I could do something artistic in cakes, why not? But I always been baking too, since I was a child with my grandma and my mom in the kitchen. I always loved baking. So I thought, oh, that's perfect, I will mix this. Yeah. So I can do both things I love together.
Okay, now judging from what you just said, it's like you started baking first, then you went and studied.
Well, it was like the same thing. I mean, the same time.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. I started since a child. I started sculpting and baking. I mean, those were the things I loved to do the most.
What other creatures have you sculpted into cake?
Well, I mostly do humans, but kind of mystical humans. Like they are half animal or kind of gods or fairies or stuff like that.
Baking, as we have seen, is a creative art form from which millions of dollars are generated from the value chain, ranging from flavors, baking tools, powders, and more. Mr. Daniel, the cake artist, baked a life-size African maiden. A combination of ingredients, color, and skill were on display.
My name is Onome of Cakes by Cakes Are Us, and I have KJ.
My name is Kate to KJ Cakes.
And I have my boss, Carver's Crafts, Mrs. So basically we are here at the Nigerian Cake Fair. We're having so much fun. And here you can see what we have done by Daniel all the way from Spain. And this is the African pride, the African beauty, the black beauty. It's so amazing what Daniel could do. All this we have here, they're made of chocolate and a little bit of cake. But Daniel, wow, it's amazing working with him.
So awesome. Did you say a little bit of cakes? It's all cakes.
Yeah, cakes and a lot of chocolates as well. We have a lot of chocolates in here. So we're having a wonderful time here at the Nigerian Cake Fair exhibition, and so much knowledge under one roof.
There was also a masterclass in the art of baking, as some beneficiary students had this to say of the class. Take a listen.
I came for the sculpturing class. I actually have a passion for the technique of sculpturing. This was a privilege for me to actually be here today. In Daniel Deger's class, I learned a lot.
I'm here to learn the tricks and the basis actually of sculpturing a cake, sculpturing a life-size cake.
It was an amazing class. I really learned a lot, you know. Sculpting is one thing I've been looking forward to, and this exhibition brought it closer to me on the platter of God, I would say. So I really learned a lot.
The second day of the event climaxed with a competition in the art of baking cake, from which the winner will walk away with a princely 1 million naira. Yes, you heard right, 1 million naira. And when we asked the judges about the criteria by which the contestants were judged, she had this to say.
For the baking, we're looking at texture, we're looking at the taste, we're looking at the methodology that they use to bake these cakes. And based on that, we're going to give them marks. Now for the cake decorating part, we're going to look at the techniques that they're using, how well are they using those techniques. We're going to look at the manner in which they have decided to bring their creativity to play. We have a theme. We want to see how well they can display their creativity to go along with the theme. So we're going to look at all those things. We're going to look at their combination of colors. Then also the synergy. Each team consists of 2 people. So we want to see how well they work together, how they can leverage on their strengths to bring the best, to put their best feet forward.
Eventually, a winner emerged in DCL and flawless cake.
Goge. Goge.
Goge.
Goge.
Goge. Goge. Africa.
Africa.
Africa. Africa. Africa.
Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. It's the only thing I want to hear. It's the only thing I want to say.
Goge Africa is for Africa and it's about Africa. Goge Africa for Africa.
The business of content creation is getting more interesting. Join us on Sights and Sound as we bring you the Nigerian International Film Summit. Don't go away. Nigerian International Film Summit, a 2-day event at Protea Hotel, GRA Ikeja, is concluded with accolade for the organizers, led by Ijoma Ona and her team.
I'd say first of all, well done to Ijoma. I'd say well done to her. This journey has been long, and just trying to be able to bring together industry practitioners to actually talk and network. I went for the first event in LA last year, and this has also been like bringing it home for us, because a lot of people couldn't go to LA. But bringing all the people into the room today, the kind of conversations that are going on, these are real conversations. So we're not just talking in the air, but being very specific about things happening in the industry. And I'd say it's really been good so far.
Yes, my name is Obi Asika. I'm the chairman of Social Media Week Lagos, and I've been a producer of content and live events for 30 years. So I was happy to support this event. I think it's very important that television producers, broadcasters, and agencies always get together to talk about the industry and about the opportunities. I found it to be a very engaging conversation and some high-level executives here from both Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So it was a very good session.
Well, I'm very happy that the NITV Summit and its director, Ijoma Ona, invited me for the summit. We had the chance to work together in April to organize the same kind of summit in Paris for the Nigerian International TV Summit. And I'm amazed by the number of people who are here, the different nationalities. We have French, we have people from Ivory Coast. It's quite amazing.
Why does a seemingly successful flick leave the producer unfulfilled? The summit impacted positively as participants from Europe and Africa aired their views on audio challenges bedeviling Nollywood production and solutions preferred.
I want to make sure that the filmmakers, the producers, they start from day one to think that they need to have different separate tracks in order to make a proper dubbing. Because I have to be frank with you, I have dubbed 7, 8 movies for the time being, and most of the time there is always some problems. But some of the time, like big productions, sometimes you don't have the E&M tracks. If you don't have that, you don't make a proper dubbing. Small production, $10,000 a movie, they're having because they master the technicalities.
I think it's, we have good stories, we have the talent, but we're not there technically. I mean, when it comes to content making, which makes it really difficult, especially our audio, lighting. We need to spend a lot more time and training for our technical people so that they can meet up with world standards. I think that's the one snag we have.
The focal point of the summit was taking local production to global level.
So in telling your story, you must know the international standards and try to, if not be at par with it, very close, especially your pictures and your sound. Of course, you can't neglect very strong stories, authentic African stories.
But I can rightly say to us that there is a growing need for Nollywood content in the diaspora now. We've moved on to various film markets from in China, in South Africa, even in the US. There's a lot of conversation about Nollywood.
Local going global. In order to go global, you have to put the thing right at the very beginning, which means that you need to get the technicalities right.
Content creators need to continue to empower themselves with the most, up-to-date information, all right? They need funding to be able to, try and push the envelope and push the bar, and they need to network. They need to know what is going on, what's happening, what are the people doing what.
In the global trend of content, in terms of films and video, that Africa is the hub, is the present hub. And I have my facts and figures. But then when we're looking at Africa as the hub, where's the first stop? The first stop in terms of content is Nigeria.
And on finance and production, a BOI rep has this to say.
I believe we have the funding. I also believe the industry understands where to go to for the funding. But then what we have to do immediately after this, especially for the industry stakeholders, is to ensure they have the right business applications and projects in place before coming to the bank.
In the end, participants shared their expectation and experience.
We came to the Nigerian summit because we wanted to forge relationship with a Nigerian production company, Nigerian TV channels, because obviously Nollywood is the biggest production arm in the whole Western and even I would say Africa in terms of volume. So we believe that there's a know-how there and we want to forge the connections. We want to get to know the people that are doing it and we want to do things with them.
This is our first time here in Nigeria, so we're very excited and very pleased to be here. We know that this industry has been thriving for the past 10 years, so we're coming here as well to learn.
At times it's not easy for the people from the industry and people from the academics where I come from to meet together like this type of forum. So it affords me the opportunity to really see how we can apply these theories with few students in the classroom.
Unu Ndibani, and this is your girl, Njideka. I'm a proud member of Goge Africa Travel Club, and you're watching me live on Goge Africa. Don't go anywhere and don't touch the dial. Tell someone to tell someone to tell someone to keep watching Goge Africa.
If you love to travel as much as I do, then stand by for travel tips.
Tips for comfort during air travel. Air travel may be the fastest and most comfortable means of traveling. However, one may face some distresses while on board. Regardless the stress you encounter, here are a few tips for comfort during air travel. Get to the airport early. You can avoid long queues and long standing by getting to the airport early. Last-minute rush to make your flight causes stress. Carry only acceptable items. Check in with airport rules to ensure you carry only acceptable items on board. Tap your feet. Some people experience deep vein thrombosis during long period of sitting. Exercises like tapping your feet or standing up to use the restroom provides relief for your legs. Include prescribed medicine in carry-on. Be prepared for any medical emergency by having your prescriptions handy. Inhalers for asthmatic patients, pills by the hour, and other forms of prescriptions should be included in carry-on luggage. Until we come your way again, travel in comfort and bon voyage.
Aye, 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 aye. Uza wa Goge, uza wa Goge, uza wa Goge, uza wa Goge.
Wow, you have seen the life-size cake and learned the business of baking.
So until same time, join us again via our social media handles or better still, send us an email.
Yeah, until that same time, what do we say, girls?
Goge Africa!